What you're about to see is not real news. It is satire based on real news. The characters you're about to see are not real-life humans. They are frighteningly realistic puppets based on real-life humans. The views expressed in the show are not necessarily those of Starsat, its sponsors, its advertisers, or the nice lady that makes the coffee.
Today, we are taking a look behind the curtain of one of the most closed-off communities in South Africa.
Welcome to Orion. Well, not exactly welcome. We don't like to welcome too many other people. It upsets the balance, you know? We like to keep good order. Too many of those different people, and we start to lose control. Because we really prefer things to match, you know? Keep like with like. We don't want colors mixing because there's really only one superior color. Don't make it illegal for us to prefer our color over everyone else's. It's not a sin. It's just the superior color. The people of Oranje only respect one color, orange.
But the people of Oranje are tired of being judged and misunderstood for their aesthetic choice.
We love orange. We wear it, we eat it, we live it.
Here, we only drink orals. Fanta, if it's a celebration. Bubbles! We love the bubbles. You know the ones that go... Yeah, the bubbles.
We eat pompoen, carrots, knickknacks. Oh, and Cheetos.
It's not just orange, okay? It's coral, it's tangerine.
And Oscar Pistorius is our hero because he wears orange now.
Peach, nachi, marigold.
Excuse me, ma'am. Your color is not allowed in these parts. How did you get here? Where's your f***ing permit? Hey! Hey! Hey!
Amber, tawny, flames. Favorite time of day? Sunset.
Yeah, you know, so as you can see, this is a very friendly but misunderstood place. Oranje. If you're not like us, leave us alone.
Hey! Hey! Hey!
Oranje, another crazy corner of South Africa that you probably want to avoid on your next road trip.
Hello and welcome.
Welcome.
Kamogelo.
Siyalumkela.
Sonzela.
Wamkelekile.
To another State of the Puppet Nation.
This week, Musi Maimani is running for DA leader.
Yes, I can.
Maharaj turns 80.
And Time announces their 100 most influential people.
I'm so happy I'm twerking.
All this and more. But first, this.
Thousands of Africans have been fleeing South Africa in the face of xenophobic violence.
Mozambique and Zimbabwe are among the countries assisting their citizens in returning home.
What?
Excuse me, can you move? We want to cross the border.
You do know that Zimbabwe is that way.
Oh, yes. We know.
So long, South Africa.
Goodbye. Zikoma kwambiri. Good allegiance.
Hello, boss. Yes, Kuzi. Yeah, the people are crossing into Zimbabwe. I mean, what must I do? I wasn't trained for this.
4 expelled EFF MPs, including Andile Mgqitama, had their court appeal to remain MPs rejected.
New MPs have been sworn in to replace the rejected members.
Don't cry for me, freedom fighters. The truth is, I never left you. All through my court case, my angry tweeting, I kept my promise. Don't keep your distance.
And Donald Trump was an ass on social media again.
He called South Africa a total and dangerous mess.
That's right. You're all terrifying and dangerous. Africa is a big fat waste of a...
They're blocked. We really don't care what he has to say.
And UK Prime Minister David Cameron found a suitably Tory way to calm his nerves before the upcoming elections.
The Prime Minister made time for a little good old-fashioned hunting.
Okay, old chap, I'll terrify the poor buggers until they've got no options left and they start panicking, and then you rush in and claim them as ours. This is no time to be working on your campaign strategy, sir. Let's just hunt, kill, and destroy. Tally-ho!
Julius Malema spoke out strongly against xenophobic violence this week.
He vowed to go door to door to tell people that this was not acceptable.
And he took the opportunity to blame the ANC for the xenophobic outbreak.
Hello? I'm here to tell you that killing foreigners is wrong.
Thanks.
Very wrong.
It's okay. I haven't killed anyone.
Good. Keep it that way. Oh, here, have a beret.
Oh, thanks.
Only $500.
Patricia de Lille was elected DA leader of the Western Cape.
She vowed to visit the people on every street to make sure they voted DA.
Hello, I'm here to tell you to vote DA.
No thanks.
But we're the best. And what's more, I have a free cap for you.
Yeah, right. Look, I'll think about it, okay?
Vote DA! Vote DA! I'll be back! I'm coming for each and every one of yous!
And President Jacob Zuma urged each and every South African to pray more.
Because that's what's going to solve everything.
Hello. Would you like to pray with me?
Who is it this time, honey?
Oh, it's just Jehovah's Witnesses. Okay, bye now.
Musi Maimane has officially announced that he will be running for DA leadership.
Many within the party have complained that he's being set up to run the DA by an internal old boys club.
Such nonsense, Justice. I am nobody's puppet. I believe in South Africa.
Well, it must certainly be nice that a lot of power players in the DA seem to want you for the job.
I am exceedingly grateful for all support, no matter where it comes from. We can succeed, South Africa.
But is it true that some of your supporters come from apartheid President F.W. de Klerk?
We had tea, a jolly lovely tea.
You said that de Klerk is someone you admire?
Well, I admire many people, many ex-presidents of South Africa, although not many current ones.
Isn't it convenient that you admire and have tea with de Klerk just when you need to reassure white voters that you would make a good leader?
I am exceedingly grateful for all support, no matter where it comes from. Tea tastes great no matter who makes it. Viva South Africa! Viva!
And that right there is the DA's problem.
Another spate of horrific xenophobic attacks spread through the country last week.
Politicians, celebrities, and other people no one knows have all come together to call for a stop to the atrocities against foreign nationals.
President Jacob Zuma had this to say.
This is terrible, Deborah. Truly terrible.
Indeed, what actions will the presidency be taking in response to the violence?
Deborah, we will do everything in our power to stop these atrocious actions by an unlawful few.
Good. What actions will those be exactly?
Well, that's hard to say. But we will definitely be taking definitive action on this. Like, hashtag stop xenophobia.
So, does this mean more arrests?
Aha! Arrests are a very good idea. Someone write that down, please. But we will arrest these trigger-happy members of the media and general public.
Arrest the journalists?
Oh, yes. They are making us look bad. Taking pictures of bad things, putting them in their papers and on social media. It's terrible.
Surely the violence is worse?
No. Making us look bad in front of my friends at the UN, AU, and BRICS is terrible. How will I travel when people think this country is out of control?
But what about the violence?
What about the happy news, Deborah? What about the baby animals being born on game farms as we speak? Why aren't you, the media, covering that?
Oh, you're so right. How on earth did we miss that breaking news? Finance Minister Nhlanhla Nene gave an interview at the close of the World Bank and International Monetary Fund meetings.
The minister downplayed the problems South Africa is facing, saying that investors were seeing them as opportunities.
Yes, Justice, and we have so many opportunities.
We have a massive energy crisis.
A tiny energy crisis, a massive energy opportunity.
We are making front page news around the world with xenophobic violence.
A tiny xenophobic crisis, a massive xenophiliac opportunity.
So, you're saying everything is fine?
Splendid.
Huh.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Hi, this is Nhlanhla Nene. Leave a message. As I was saying, absolutely nothing to worry about.
Listen, Nhlanhla, it's a Brian, man. When I agreed to do this CEO job, I had no idea how much shit Eskom was really in. This is a disaster. Forget Operation Breaking Dawn. We need Operation Breaking Down.
That Molefe, such a joker.
That doesn't make you panic?
No. Just a ginormous opportunity.
Nhlanhla, Saudi here. We're going to need a couple more billions over at SABC today.
South African Airways are literally going to fall out of the sky.
So, you see, nothing at all to worry about.
Welcome to the Logic Factor with me, Justice Malala, where I ask you to think straight, like the guy who paints the line down the middle of the road. Last week, I asked you what you thought we should do with colonial and apartheid statues, and the majority of you applied a little logic. Thank you. But 20% of you responded D. D? I panic for my country. We don't worship statues. We don't stand around the feet of dead people mindlessly treating them as idols. They have actual hearts of stone, like it's actually made of stone. They literally have no brains inside of them. And all of you who voted D have clearly lost yours. So come on, everyone. I'm asking you really nicely. Please see if you can apply a little more logic to this week's question. Just a tiny little smidge, just a little. Now, what should the government do about xenophobic attacks? Should they A, cover up the West so we don't all panic? B, make lots of speeches about how terrible everything is? C, send in the army, blow shit up! Or D, send all the xenophobes to the Zimbabwean border and leave them there. So, there you have it. A, B, C, or D. You can vote on our website or Facebook. Share your logic with us, and I'll be back next week to tell you just how logical or illogical your answers were.
Here she comes.
Hello.
That was the EFF in 2014. But now, let's see what the EFF looks like in 2015.
How's it?
Prove that the EFF this year is just as terrifying to white people as it was last year.
You know what's really sad about the Eskom load shedding these days?
That it's almost constant.
No, it's that all the good jokes have already been made.
You can still make terrible puns about it.
I can?
Nobody can hold a candle to you when it comes to making bad puns, Justice.
Thanks. Hey.
At a Zimbizo, King Goodwill Zwelithini blamed a third force for being behind xenophobic violence.
The state security agency said that they were looking for the third force but couldn't yet find it.
One theory is that it could be foreign influence trying to cause instability.
No, dudes, it wasn't us shooting black guys this time. I am 99% sure. The CIA guy tells me it wasn't us. And I trust him. Mostly. Why don't you ask Jinping? The Chinese are the ones trying to buy you.
We are not involved. We are businessmen, not fighters.
Another theory of the SSA is that this could be a politically motivated attempt to make the ANC look bad.
Don't look at me. I mean, sure, it's a nice change to have black South Africans blaming other black people for their problems, but I didn't start it.
One final theory was that this could be the community reacting in anger and frustration to the situation they find themselves in.
But of course, that sounds completely far-fetched.
This week, presidential spokesperson Maharaj celebrated his birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to... Come on, sing, Deborah. Happy birthday, Maharaj.
Justice, he's 80. Okay, I think he's heard the song enough.
Wait, what? How's he 80? How's that even possible?
Well, I do look young for my age. I see dirty people.
No, I mean, how is it that you're still allowed to work at 80? Retirement age is 65.
Oh, come on. He is friends with the president. And you know what they say, 80 is the new 50.
So what will you be doing when you retire?
I'll tell you what I won't be doing, and that is translating Jacob Zuma into media-friendly sound bites.
Ugh, I'm gonna miss that.
I definitely won't.
But what are you gonna do? Fishing? Traveling? Catching up on series?
I have a list of yous.
Of yous?
I'll start with a big you to all the journalists who don't listen. Then another you to the opposition. And a long overdue you to all the idiotic citizens who call into talk radio. You! But not this week, obviously.
I think I'm gonna like this, retired Mac Maharaj.
You would.
Thank you very much. Hamburgerongo vasalentir, hamburgolojo, vagentir, hamburgolojo, angalidir.
Archbishop Desmond Tutu met with Tibetan spiritual leader the Dalai Lama in Dharamshala earlier this week.
The two leaders and good friends have met to do research on their latest collaboration, a new book about joy.
We are not just good friends, we are best friends, BFFs.
Did he just say BFF?
As in best friends for life, as well as the afterlife.
That's BFFLA.
Even better. Sorry. So sorry. This DL, that's what I call my BFF. I call him the DL. He just sent me the funniest picture. It's a cat on a piano. This DL is such a funny guy.
So, your new book will be about finding joy?
And laughter, Justice. Don't forget the laughter, That Dalai Lama is so funny.
All right, a new book about joy and laughter. You should definitely buy that one, Deborah.
Oh, please, there's no such thing as joy. Archbishop, what kind of research will you exactly be doing?
Well, we will catch up on life and love and everything else.
His phone didn't even beep.
The DL, he just sent me a spiritual tickle. I love that guy. He's just so funny.
A spiritual tickle?
Yes, it's BFF code.
Wow, I'm getting you that book.
Don't you dare. And in rather odd news, Sports Minister Fikile Mbalula is hoping to come to the aid of the South African Music Awards.
What does that have to do with sport?
Nothing at all.
Did you watch the awards, Justice?
No.
Well, I was there. In the VVISP section, obviously. That stands for very, very important and special people, for those who was never invited.
Okay, but what does that have to do with sport? You are the sports minister, Mr. Fikile Mbalula.
I am not just the sports minister. I am the king of the selfie and the master of razzmatazz.
That's a lot of jobs for one person.
Summer 2015. It was like watching Bafana in a qualifying match. No razzmatazz. But with my help, they will be stupendous.
Do you think he knows he's the sports minister?
With my razzmatazz, I can turn the summers into a real humdinger.
Nope, he has no idea.
And every category has a winner. So, for a change, I will be surrounded by winners. It's foolproof.
But there are also losers in every category as well.
Well, then those losers must go. Better yet, we won't invite the losers. Summer 2016 will be a winners-only shindig.
That's going to be a very small event.
A small event of winners. Winners everywhere. And of course, my beloved Beyonce. At last, it's foolproof.
It's foolhardy.
It's definitely full of something.
Welcome to Hard Shout, the part of the show which is louder, bolder, and altogether more intimidating, as I exercise my vocal cords and my guests exercise their evasive tactics. Joining me today is Finance Minister Nhlanhla Nene.
Thank you for having me, Deborah.
I'd like to assure you we chose a really sturdy chair for you.
That's thoughtful, I'm sure.
So you won't be able to get out of this conversation by simply falling over backwards. Mr. Nene, is there any hope at all for the rand?
The current economic landscape is a complex one. Taking into account the global perspective...
I'm glad you mentioned the global perspective. Have you seen the exchange rate?
Well, yes, Deborah. Allowing for the current turbulence on the macroeconomic scale...
I can barely afford a coffee in New York. I need my coffee.
Perhaps you should consider importing some. I will drop the taxes just for you.
Do you think our economy is a laughing matter?
No, I really am very, very serious about my job. Very serious.
Serious? Like the taxes and everything that's fun? Like the paltry amount of taxes our government actually collects? Serious? Like telling foreign funders they aren't really welcome here?
I think we need to be very clear that I never said that.
What have you said? What have you done? Why is the economy continuing to slide into ruin and degradation? This is not Greece. We have resources. We have capacity. Fix us.
I will do my best, Deborah.
So there you have it. Our finance minister doing his best.
You promised.
I lied.
What's wrong, honey?
I don't know.
I think I know what the problem is. Are you wearing a tampon?
No, but, Mum, I'm not on my period right now.
So? Haven't you seen the ads? Wearing a tampon gives you energy. It gives you confidence.
Now quickly, tell me your phone number. It's very important.
Oh, okay. Sure.
When you wear a tampon, you always look good in white. Most of all, remember, wearing a tampon makes you irresistible to men.
Oh, you look amazing.
It's just my tampon. Thanks, Mom. Tampons, they're f***ing awesome.
And now for news making headlines around the world.
Hundreds of people travelling to Europe to seek refuge were in a boat which sank off the coast of Libya.
Several others were killed and injured in other boats as the scale of migrants seeking refuge in Europe continues to grow.
Among many speaking out about the crisis is Pope Francis, who is adamant that more must be done by Europe.
Not to be cliché, Deborah, but it would be the Christian thing to do.
Italy has taken in 10,000 immigrants in the last week. That seems fairly Christian.
They must extend their sea rescue operations and pray more.
And really, Europe must stop meddling. This whole Libya thing, we all know who messed that up.
Actually, Pope Francis, what is
Just call me Pope.
Pope, how many immigrants has the Vatican taken in the last week?
I beg your pardon?
Okay, if Italy has taken in 10,000, how many have you taken in?
How many?
Other than yourself, of course.
Well, we don't really do immigration as such.
Hasn't the church historically been a place of refuge?
Wouldn't it be the Christian thing to do?
Imagine how many refugees you could fit inside the Vatican.
Should I call the Italians now, huh? Tell them that you're taking a bunch off their hands, hey?
What do you reckon, Pope?
Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come.
Pope
thy
Francis,
will be done.
Are you praying for the refugees?
No. I'm praying for refuge from the two of you.
US President Barack Obama has spoken out in favor of medical marijuana.
Obama said more medical marijuana should be available to more people more often.
Marijuana can be very Moorish, you know?
That's right, my brother. You know it.
President Obama, you said that
I'm going to stop you right there, Deborah, because I don't like answering questions. I'm just going to say my thing. Medical marijuana is good for lots of things because science. I like science. So I think that we, the American people, should do what it says. If it makes you feel uncomfortable, you can just imagine Neil deGrasse Tyson is saying this instead of me. Although some of you watching probably think I am Neil deGrasse Tyson because there aren't many black men who get to say science on TV.
Fair point.
So if you need it, weed it. Sasha came up with that slogan.
You let your daughter think up weed slogans?
Science, Deborah. Science.
Time magazine named its 100 most influential people in the world.
The list includes politicians, celebrities, and opinion shapers.
Those cracking the nod include Vladimir Putin.
At last, the world has demonstrated some common sense.
Kim Jong-un.
Supreme leader is the most influential of all the influential people.
Xi Jinping.
A great honor for the People's Republic.
Pope Francis.
A great honor for the people's religion.
Barack Obama.
Oh, yo, cool. Thanks, brother.
Kim Kardashian and Kanye West.
God is grateful.
I'm so happy. I'm twerking.
And Hillary Clinton.
Sorry, Bill, but this is for top 100 only.
But Kim went on screen when her husband was announced.
Kim Kardashian was also in the top 100. They were both announced.
You mean I'm less influential than Kim Kardashian?
Can you please just let me pose? My last dream that I remember,
Well, I was hanging by the pool with Kanye.
I was shaking hands with Hillary Clinton and...
Zuma paid back the money. All of it.
Oh, and Kobe was there. Wait. Obama was also there. And then, who should arrive but Beyonce?
Sure. What a dream.
I had a dream that I got asked to run again for president.
I was just lounging with a cocktail. I could have just reached out my hand and touched her.
Actually, I think Merkel might have been there too.
Jacob and I, we shook hands. He looked at me in the eye again.
Us power blondes, you know.
Oh, Beyonce.
It was almost like old times.
Forget blondes having more fun. Blondes have more power.
Of course, there was the small matter of the Constitution. I think, technically, I couldn't be president again.
Then my neighbor's alarm went off and I woke up.
It's not that I miss the ANC, you know?
I woke up! Can you believe it?
I just miss sometimes Jacob, you know?
Blondes rule!
Oh, my sweet Beyonce. Just a dream. Gone.
Blondes rule! Blondes rule! Blondes rule!
Imagine that, eh? Me, president again? Wouldn't that be fun? Xenophobic.
And that's every single bit of news we have time for.
Did you hear about the one...
I said that's all that we have time for.
This has been the 77th State of the Puppet Nation. Goodbye.
Bye. See you next week.
I only wanted to tell you that a Japanese train set a new speed record this week of 603 kilometers per hour.
The cameras are still rolling, Deborah. Don't make a liar out of me. Did you say 603 kilometers? That's amazing, man. Sure, we should have had that in the news.
Fucking hamburger, angaliri.